Hey, how's it going? My name's Nat. Coming up on Newsbreak. Hurricane Ida hits the US. Territorians celebrate Cracker Night. And this 11-year-old drummer plays with the Foo Fighters. But before we get started, why don't you hit subscribe? A massive hurricane has hit the US state of Louisiana. With winds of up to 240 km per hour, Hurricane Ida smashed into the city of New Orleans, cutting off power to more than 500,000 people. Here's Kale with more.
This is one of the strongest hurricanes to ever hit the USA.
This is not the kind of storm that we normally get.
Prepared for damaging wind, power outages, heavy rain, tornadoes.
Thousands of people have fled the state of Louisiana, while many others have been told to bunker down where they are as Hurricane Ida passes through. The Category 4 storm formed off the Gulf of Mexico and eventually hit New Orleans on the 16th anniversary of Hurricane Katrina. That was a storm that devastated the city of New Orleans back in 2005. It caused $170 billion of damage, and more than 1,800 people died. Since then, stacks of money has been spent on flood defences, and now they're facing their biggest test. Authorities say so far, they're working.
I can tell you right now, we do not anticipate any overtopping of the Mississippi River levees or overtopping of the levees in the hurricane risk reduction system.
The high winds managed to tear the roof off a hospital in Louisiana, and more than 500,000 people are now stuck without power across the state. Rain will continue to fall throughout the week, but many are hoping the damage won't be as bad as Katrina.
Fireworks lit up the NT last night as people celebrated Territory Day. It's normally held on the 1st of July and marks the day the Northern Territory appointed its very own government. But because of COVID restrictions, celebrations this year got delayed a little. It's the one day a year where Territorians are allowed to set off fireworks, and people made the most of it. But it's also a headache for emergency services, who are called out to at least 10 blazes caused by crackers.
Every single year there's firecracker night, there's a fire. Last year they had the government one, there were no fires. Wake up to yourself.
11-year-old drumming viral sensation Nandi has finally performed with the Foo Fighters. She challenged lead singer Dave Grohl to a drumming battle last year, and ever since, her skills have impressed him and the rest of the world.
She's just 11 years old, but Nandi Bushell is a rock and roll sensation. It all started last year.
Dave Grohl, I challenge you to a drum-off.
This is my response to your challenge. So now the ball is in your court.
And she didn't disappoint.
Round 2.
He wrote her a song. But she wrote him a better one. And then...
Sometimes you just have to concede defeat.
After that, they met over video chat, and Nandi got a huge offer.
Do you think that you would get up on stage and jam with us?
Yes, definitely, 100%.
Finally, 9 months on, they got to meet and rock out together.
Would you please welcome my new friend, Nandi? Everybody gotta say that, Nandi!
Man, this whole story rocks.
Now it's time to take a squiz at the weekend's sport highlights. The New South Wales Swifts are officially this year's Super Netball champions. The Swifts got off to an unbelievably strong start, scoring the first 6 goals. While the Giants fought their way back into the game, the Swifts were just too strong, winning 63-59 and netting their second championship in just 3 years. Max Verstappen has just won the shortest ever Formula One race. Fans were left waiting in the wet for hours at the Belgian Grand Prix, and while the race eventually kicked off, the rain proved a little too troublesome. After 3 laps behind the safety car, the race was called off, and half points were awarded to the winner. And finally to Tokyo, where Aussie Madison de Rosario has taken home gold in the 800 metres T53. It's Madison's 4th Olympics and 4th medal, but her very first gold. Well, that's all the news we've got for you today. In the meantime, don't forget you can always hit subscribe. We'll be back again tomorrow, so stick around for that. See ya.